What's going on, guys? You got Chili Games back here. This is going to be another destroy video. I'm going to be featuring the Lightning, and oh man, comparing it to the Z23. I think the Lightning favors my playstyle a little bit more, and I think it's just the guns, honestly, and the turret traverse and the back turret being, a 360-degree turret. Dude, this game will, you'll see here, just the DPM on this thing is massive. You don't have the health that you have in the Z, but you can just put out so much damage with these guns. It's so satisfying to play. This spawn's always kind of weird, especially when you have destroyers, because you're going to have both of these guys contesting caps like we're doing here. I like to come out wide, and his detection's awful. I don't know, that he must be stock or like not running a flag. I can't remember. I pop sonar because it's extremely long, and I might as well get away these torps now, because by the time that they are reloaded, I'm not going to need them in that time. And with sonar popped, I don't really understand why he popped smoke. He did get spotted, so we kind of just spammed it. Luckily, both of these guys and Al's are like, alright, bet, let's get B. And this was honestly just a super lucky, yeah, I mean, this is one of the most satisfying moments in the game, where you're sending out torps and you're just smacking them. No kills. But the biggest thing here is I know both of these guys are flooding, and hopefully I still have, support here. Just not really knowing. Good thing is about this spawn though in the middle is I'm blocked off from the spawn behind me there, from the islands. They're really wonky. And since this guy just put out a flood, my main mission is to get a fire. He actually gets one, and he's being peppered. I assume in the next couple seconds he's going to go down, so I switch targets. And bingo. So we switch targets to Ganizen now, and God, just the damage we're doing just from the guns is perfect. And you see here I get the fire on the midship. I'm actively aiming towards the back now. I'm trying to get that second midship fire, which he must be running firefighter, because I could have sworn out of all these shots I would have gotten one, which would have limited his fires to a max of 3, which is probably what he was running. It doesn't matter. I wait till he's dead. Get spotted for a second. That wasn't really ideal. Just because if the other DD player is paying attention, that's really helpful information. See a Kutuzov behind us, which is kind of scary. Honestly, if it was a Chapayev, it'd be a lot worse, because then I know he has a radar. So, not the worst things. I see that B's still being capped. This guy must be in here. I launched torps that way to maybe cut him off. I don't think I'm going to need him in this engagement. Again, his detection is god awful. I'm not sure how he got spotted there, unless it was surface spotted, but you will see. This is a very short game. It is very short. Things kind of just happen perfectly. And it kind of just showcases the damage you can really do in this little ship. I am just chunking this guy for 2k. The turrets are very good. They have very good angles. And I assumed that he was having issues getting his torps located. And see, look at this. So I am paused here. I'm like, crap, I'm about to smack this. I always run propulsion on almost every one of my ships. My biggest, I guess, philosophy is you can't turn if you don't have any speed. So propulsion really helped me out there. Another good thing about these British destroyers is the smoke's already up. This guy gets... I was actually kind of sad there. I was kind of wanting to go there. I was about to switch to AP. Or I did switch to AP. So, yeah, I mean, our team is just killing it. We're kind of stalemated over here. Of course, there's 2 full health Jean Bards, so you'd love to see it. At this point, there's only Kagero on the other team, and in a gunfight, as long as I don't get smacked with a torp, I'm winning that fight almost every single time, unless he has, miraculous help. So we're just going to go through here and cap this base. I noticed this Jean Bart here is the indicator's going way further, but I'm looking here and I'm like, oh, he's about to smack that rock, so he's kind of trapped here. So I know that if I just spam that, then it'll be pretty bountiful to say the least. And you'll see this Kutuzov, I was kind of worried. He does have torps, but in this situation, Kutuzov was playing way too close. If it was a Chapayev, I would be like, okay, I see what he's doing. He can tank the 380s. But he's way too close, and you'll see him that kind of bite him in the butt later. Kagero randomly shoots his guns. He should have been paying attention to know that I was coming from B. I don't really know. Don't get the most. That first salvo was super questionable. Again, the smoke screen is up again though. I was kind of hoping I would get him with the torp here. That would be hilarious. Maybe get like a double strike. Only get 3 torps though out of 10, which isn't bad. It's a lot of damage. We're already up to 100 and pretty much 20k damage by the time these floodings come on. And at this point, I'm just trying to make the most out of this smoke here. These guns, I think I have like 11 point something range. It's pretty ridiculous. Using this thing as a gunboat is actually very satisfying. You don't really need to spec out for torps that much, just because, your torps are good. It's like 196-second reload, 10 km. Like, torps are fine, but I think that one of the best ways to build this ship is for this kind of like little pocket gunboat, and you would be surprised at the amount of damage you can do in those little 30-second smokes. Like, it is ridiculous. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a fire on that guy, so our enemy Jean Bart gets the kill on Kutuzov there. I'm not too worried. This game's pretty much over. We have both caps, or we're about to. Sitting at 130k, sniffling like the devil. And I can tell that this guy really hasn't played that much in Tier 7, because he's just, I don't know, I usually don't get lucky like with this with torps, especially being Jean Bart, when you only have to be bow in. It's kind of easier usually to, dodge torps, because you're a super small target. You don't have to turn broadside. And at this point, I'm pretty much just watching this guy whittle down. I kind of get greedy here and want to start lighting fires, but notice how I wait till after he fires, so I know that I have roughly 20 seconds of impunity. I really didn't need to fire there, but at this point in the game, it's so over. Like, I'm willing to risk almost anything. And we're spotted. And the biggest one thing that you'll notice here in a few seconds is I'm going to go undetected, or not undetected. My bloom is going to go down, so I am still spotted. So that means this Kagero is super close, and you see me kind of freak out there. I'm like, whoa, this guy's actually really close to me. And he's better than 5.5, so this guy has really good detection. I'm not sure what it was, but you see him shoot torps like that, and if you're going to shoot torps like that against a destroyer, you're better off just kind of firing them both at the same spot, so they kind of like intertwine with each other. But leaving that big gap like that just made it super easy to dodge. I mean, if you're going to shoot one last torp salvo, I would go all out and just guarantee for the trying to hit, other than trying to just, nick somebody with one hit. But there we go. Kill the Kagero. This match was so satisfying, and I gotta say the Lightning is definitely easier to play for me. I'm not the best at playing the Z, I will say that. Some people say it's the best, but for me, Lightning takes the cake just from a gunboat's perspective for me. And the torps are also very doable. This video is over, guys. Thank you so much for this, for watching, and I love y'all. Peace.